Recording 7. Been 15 days since Amy and Jameson left the bunker. We all knew nothing until the siren started wailing at 2 a.m. I could hear Riley and Corrigan shouting. Half asleep, I thought the bunker had been breached. It was pure chaos as lights flashed and sirens blared. We all made our way to the comms room. All that is, except Jameson and Amy. There were hours of discussion after. Where they'd gone, why they left no note. We searched the whole bunker for evidence. There was none, they left no trace. Took all the belongings and a lot of our supplies. Since then, the mood has shifted. Not sure what it is. The dynamics. I guess because I'm the only female now. I mean, Riley's okay, but Corrigan, he can be a brute. I can't believe Amy left without telling me. We're the best of friends, girls together and all that. The hell was she thinking? Did he force her to go? They were loved up, and they wanted their own space. I get that. And we'd all accepted they were together. They shared the same bunk room. But this is too much. We don't even know if it's safe out there. Well, it's not. The air, I don't know. Not to mention the savages, the marauders. And yes, no radio transmission for 6 months now. But we were getting on fine. We had our jobs, our rounds, our duties, keeping the bunker going, the airflow, the water, everything like that, keeping everything clean, checking the cameras every day. For sign of life. Yes, we see animals. I like to see the animals. I watch and re-watch the footage of them leaving. Just night vision. 2 green images flitting across the screen for a second. Off to the left, and nothing. How did they feel? Nervous, excited, free. Life wasn't that bad here. Was it? I guess. Now, Corrigan looks at me strangely. I don't like it. I must get Riley on his own. Talk about the situation. Could we leave? Should we? We have supplies to last forever. Recording 8. I tried to get Riley on his own. He didn't want to know. He doesn't seem well. He shooed me away and said he didn't want to talk about it. Besides, Corrigan's always lurking, always leering, always looking. Can't get a moment myself. I've changed bunk rooms. Further down the corridor. I keep up my daily routines. Checking the video, checking the comms. Sending out messages. Nothing back. Recording 9. Corrigan and Riley got into it last night. Of course, Riley came off worse. He's no match for Corrigan. I don't even know what it's about. Just loads of backbiting lately. The air is always thick with, I don't know. It's like something's going to explode. I don't want to be here when it happens. Recording 10. It's been 6 weeks since Amy and Jameson left. Things have settled down a little bit. Got back into routine. Riley's shiner had healed and Corrigan seemed in better spirits. Let's hope it lasts. Recording 11. I woke up last night to Corrigan standing in my doorway. His huge dark frame, in shadow. I didn't make a sound. I pretended to be asleep and waited. It felt like he stood there for hours, watching me. I couldn't see his eyes, but I knew they were on me. I breathed slowly and prayed. Eventually he left. Then I decided I needed a plan. Recording 12. I started gathering stuff, supplies, a knife, things that could help me. Out there or in here, I wasn't sure. I hadn't really thought it through. I needed to find a bolt hole, somewhere to hide in emergency. I snooped around the labs, down the west wing, corridor B. I found the loose panel. I pulled it off. I had enough room for me to slip in. I stashed my stuff. This would be my bolt hole. My lifesaver, maybe. Recording 13. It's been 3 months since Amy and Jameson left. Corrigan and Riley seem to be best of friends. They didn't like it when I cut my hair short, started wearing a boiler suit, and some old white boots. I found an old leather belt, tied it tight around my little waist, and tucked my knife into it. More of a sign, a warning. Keep away. I'm friendly enough. I don't mind cooking and doing all that, but that's all I'll do. Recording 14. 4 months since Jameson and Amy left. This morning, doing my rounds, I stopped dead in my tracks. There was a leaf on the floor. A leaf. A brown one. How the hell's that getting here? I picked it up, put it in my bucket. Didn't say anything. I decided to watch from now on, more closely. Riley did his jobs, maintenance and all that stuff. Spent most of the time in the movie theatre room, watching old movies. Sometimes I joined him. We got on okay, but I think he kind of checked out. Mentally, that is. And in those times in the cinema, I checked out too, losing myself in some old movie. Watching the world how it used to be, even before my time. It seemed strange. People bustling about cities. Hundreds, thousands, millions. How did they live like that? Corrigan has taken up, well, a position in the comms room. He watches the video cameras, incessantly, almost 24 hours. I don't know if he sleeps. That means he's watching me, I'm watching Riley. I think he can see almost every room, except for the bunk rooms, thank God. Has he seen me go down to the bolt hole? That's the question. Does he know what I'm doing? Does he think I'm planning something? I guess I am. I have to leave. I have to find out. There must be more to life than this. Waiting. Waiting for something that's not going to be good. Recording 50. I stayed up really late, playing cards with Riley. I could see the comms room. I could see Corrigan through the reinforced glass. He had one eye on us, and one eye on the screens. I wonder what he thought he'd find out there. Eventually he fell asleep. I just had to wait for Riley to go. He assumed he didn't want to go, he wanted to play cards all night. Eventually he did though. As soon as he was out of sight, I ran back to my bunk room. I grabbed a bag and stuffed a few items in it. I wasn't thinking, I didn't think, I couldn't think, I just had to go. I hesitated. Journal entry 1. I'm outside. I made it. Alive. My hand's still swollen. My hand and wrist crushed by the heavy door when Corrigan found me, trying to leave, trying to sneak out. His face was a picture. He couldn't believe it. He was enraged. I'd begged Riley to come with me. He wouldn't. He was scared. Like I said, checked out. But he was there for me at the last moment. As I struggled with Corrigan, he was pulling my hair, my hand crushed. I wasn't going to make it. He'd finally flipped. He told me what he was going to do. Dragged me back to my bunk and, well, he screamed at me, spitting in my face. I was a worthless bitch. I'd find nothing outside, nothing. He managed to pull me away from the door. His face, victory. I was like a rag doll. He pulled me along by my hair. Of course, I kicked and screamed as hard as I could. Grabbed at my belt and got my knife. I wasn't quick enough. He grabbed my wrist and pushed me up against the wall. Pushing and squeezing, I had to drop the knife. The pain was unbearable. By now he had me by my throat. His eyes were wild, like some kind of rabid animal. His face so close, his breath on my cheek. I knew then he didn't want, well, just to have me. He wanted to kill me. I was dead. I was already dead. Black spots danced before my eyes, and suddenly, the pressure was gone. And for a second, I looked at him. He was incredulous. I just fell. In his place, I saw Riley, standing there with my knife. For some time after, we were numb. Then I rallied, and, well, he helped me. Found some old maps. Sent me on my way. I'll never forget his face as he closed the bunker door behind me.